Are we set?
We are set. Okay. Today, I want to talk about a designer's kryptonite.
Which is?
A designer's kryptonite. It's innocuous enough. It seems innocuous, but actually it can cause a lot of confusion. I'm talking
Did
about...
we agree about this topic? What are we talking about?
We did. Yes, we talked about this topic. We're talking about samples.
Oh.
We're talking about samples because it's something that a lot of designers, I think if you're a designer, definitely this is something that you will encounter, will use. It's important in your mood boards when you pitch to your client about how things should be like. But I'm sure all of us, every designer, every product person has had a problem with a sample before.
Yeah.
You've got a really good story. You told me of this really good story. You want to share this story?
Oh, so we're going to start with that?
We're just going to start with that. Then we're going to move on with that.
We're just going to jump in. Okay.
Yeah.
Picture it, New York City.
New York City.
No, we don't need to, that's not part of the context. But anyway, so when I was working at a firm in New York, the firm that I was with for 15 years, I was there for a long time, there were other designers that kind of came and went. I was the one who lasted the longest. But we all go out shopping for fabrics for different clients. We all have our own clients, we do the shopping. So I think design, first of all, runs very differently there than it does here, where we have entire buildings dedicated to fabric, furniture, lighting. And
Actually, back in the day, we did have entire buildings as well.
Where'd they go?
People just sort of moved out. People moved up the business grew old, and a lot of it has shifted online.
I know, which is unfortunate because you can't, as a designer, you need physicality to see these materials. You need to physically see them. So I know the closest thing to like a building setting here would be like Ten Boon Liat, right?
Ten Boon Liat.
And then Apex now.
There was Textile Center. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Oh.
Yeah, there was Textile Center. But also, I have to say, perhaps that's more for fashion than for upholstery. But I know that
You can crossover sometimes.
Yeah. I'm sure they have some also. And then there is Spotlight at Plaza Singapura.
Are you considering that a designer's like...
Well, it's
no, that's like
DIY shop, right? It's like a DIY
That's
sort
like
of
less than IKEA. What? Did you just include that in the world?
Have you been to Spotlight before at Plaza
Yes.
Singapura? They have a lot of fabric as well. But it's very fashion sort of stuff, very cheap sort of fashion.
Yeah, cheap. It's like student fashion.
Oh, wow. Like, if you want the expensive, good stuff, you better ask Tyler for his leads, for his referrals.
I look at Spotlight as a crafter's paradise. So if it's the crafty lady or the crafty mom who's going to make their kid's Halloween costume, they go to Spotlight.
Okay.
You're going out for one night, you need something sequin that you're never going to wear again, and you're kind of good with a needle and thread.
You go to Spotlight. I don't go to Spotlight. Like, even when I'm sourcing, I need something really urgently. I just have never really found something on Spotlight that I could use in interiors.
It's crafting.
Yeah.
I feel like that's crafter paradise.
Okay, but anyway, back to your story. You had whole buildings of like...
Oh, yeah. So we just have an immense amount of resources available to us, which you get really spoiled with that. So anyway, we normally will go into a showroom and then we have to write down all of our samples. Not unusual for us to pick 20, 30, 40 samples. And the samples come in various sizes. So they can come as small as this. Normally the small ones are plain fabric. So the plain velvets, a leather sample, things like that. If it is something with a pattern, they generally get bigger and bigger. I mean, we used to have samples, some of them were this big.
They have to be this big. You have to be...
So you can show the repeat. Like if it's something like this, you want to be able to see what that is. Or, bare minimum, if the sample is smaller, they put a photo on the back of it and they give you the measurements
of the repeats.
Of the width and repeat.
Yep.
But that's bare minimum, like a photo. And so one of the guys in my office picked samples. His client approved one of the samples. It was like this sort of organic, florally kind of thing. And we were like, great. we always ask for a CFA.
Yeah.
So
What's a CFA?
CFA is a cutting for approval.
Okay, okay. Do we have cutting for approval?
You guys don't do that.
We don't do
here.
that. We don't do that
Again,
here.
the level of detail that we go through and have always gone through is baffling to me that it doesn't happen here. We just trust that the dye lot, that whatever the lot of fabric we're getting in is exactly what it should be.
Oh no, we don't go to that extent. We really don't go to that extent.
We are so fucking anal that everything is, we get a CFA. It's a double checking mechanism.
Okay.
Because when the
I've gotten into trouble with a dye lot issue before.
Well, I found that we used to always have the problem when we were ordering very big sofas and we used to have to order, say, a chenille and it was coming from 3 different dye lots. You have to make sure that those dye lots are consistent, which oftentimes they are not. So we're mixing and matching dye lots to make sure that we get the correct amount of yardage.
Okay, okay.
See, design is not easy, people. You can't just decorate your place and then call yourself a designer.
There's a lot of background work to this. But I mean, to be fair, we really don't do this. But also, we're not making very huge things. We're not doing like 4 or 5 meters of sofas. We're making like 1 bed, 1 headboard,
no, but still,
1 cushion.
But even so, I would still run into issues where you have to start thinking creatively. Like if this headboard right here that you have with a band around it, like maybe one dye light goes in the center and the band is actually the other dye light, so that if they contrast, there is a purposeful contrast. Anyway, okay, so let's go back. Why am I proving my worth?
Don't have to prove your worth.
So
yes, you're talking about.
So we got a CFA, we got the cutting for approval, and the colors looked good. Now a cutting is this big. It literally just shows you what those threads, the colors are, to make sure that it is within the realm of reason.
Okay, I really see like a red flag already, right?
So we order the fabric, get sent to the upholsterer. The upholsterer says, we got the fabric, and they do the chairs. They upholster the 2 chairs. The client takes it. She calls up the office, and she's like, hey, guys. She was in a very sort of jovial mood. Hey, guys. So I just got the chairs. They look really good. I love the fabric, except my fabric has monkeys on it. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about, woman? We already knew she was kind of crazy, because every client's crazy. But like, you're like, what do you, no.
Okay, so you tell me about this whole like cutting approval. And then you still made that mistake of not spotting monkeys in your fabric.
No, because there were none. The monkeys only appeared every so often within the repeat. They were so far apart,
right,
kind of like hidden in the trees, that you would never, ever know, because we went back to check our original sample, the sample that we got from the showroom.
And how big was the sample?
I think it was this big.
Okay.
The monkey probably was appearing here and here.
Oh, goodness, okay.
But there was no picture. There was no overall picture of what that repeat looked like.
And you didn't have a process for
Again, it wasn't me. Stop pointing your finger at me.
Okay.
You.
Okay.
It's the other guy.
Okay. The other guy. All right.
Which he actually had the greatest name, and I think he would find it funny if he ever listened to this. His name was Dallas Bonds.
Wow.
I mean, you're either a porn star or like a movie star.
Porn star name.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I know he still works in the industry. I think he works in the building now.
Okay.
In like management. Okay. But yeah, we were like, how and what? And so we actually had to go back to the fabric manufacturer, because it honestly was something that
should have been told to you guys.
Not told, but it should have been
reflected,
articulated somewhere, so that we see the full repeat of it. So the fabric manufacturer actually agreed to replace the fabric for us with something else. But then I think we still had to pick up the cost for the reupholstery, because that workroom is not at fault. They did an incredible job. So, these are places where you end up losing money that...
So what, did you have to reupholster the sofa or the armchair?
Yeah.
You had to?
Yeah.
Because of the monkeys?
She was like, I'm not having monkeys in my house. They're very cute, but that's not for me.
Oh dear, okay. Wow, that's a very costly mistake then.
But it's one of those things that, how?
Yeah. So that's why samples are a designer's kryptonite. I think you have to ask a lot. Now, let's bring this back to Singapore context, right? Because in Singapore, we don't use a lot of fabrics. We don't use a lot of patterns here. But I'm pretty sure it can still bite you in the ass. Just yesterday, you showed me a reel about someone who picked up this sort of size, a sample size of a stone that was like a nice black, brown, beige sort of pattern. Was it granite or marble?
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, but it was a natural stone. I was like, oh, okay. And that sample zooms back out to show what the whole piece looks like. And it looks like it had green streaks around it, all over it. And then we're like, oh, goodness. If this happens, would a client still accept it?
Well, I mean, if they hate green and all of a sudden there's green, then no.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Stone, which again, I don't understand why not nobody, but a lot of the design.
Got. The clients, the designers' clients actually go to the...
The clients go. Because they should. A lot of the designers don't make it their priority to go.
Okay, I want to know, if you're a designer, would you go and see the stone yourself?
I want to pick the stone out because I then want to map out where the cuts are going to be made.
Yeah, like which area of the stone, which part of the stone you want,
if there's a beautiful area that I want highlighted, I want it where it needs to go.
Yes lah, got designers and you basically heard of designers who don't go to the go and pick up the stone for the client.
And they just trust that whatever it is. And I'm like...
Really? Wow. Should you be in the trade? If you do this, shame on you. Shame on you. You shouldn't.
It's just not cute.
Yeah. But the designers I've worked with actually do go.
They should. And I appreciate you guys because you guys should go out. And regardless of how regular the marble is, so there is marble that has pretty consistent veining, you still want to see the slab.
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's all natural, right?
I've had slabs that are very consistent, from that design firm that I worked at, that are very consistent, that all of a sudden they get there and maybe there's like one or two spots, especially in granite, sometimes it looks like a rust stain.
Oh, yeah.
On white stones, and you get those little areas that look like rust, which I actually personally like. But a lot of clients are like, what is that?
Yeah.
Why is it rusty? It's like, it's not rusty.
It's just natural. But yeah, so it happens in stones. Now, I'm going to bring it a step further, right? Because, also back to fabrics as well. Even when you're choosing neutrals, color theory can fuck you up. I'm going to show you this, okay? My phone's over there. I'm going to go pick it up and show you, okay?
She's bringing more things. This is that kind of story.
Yes. So we had a designer who got a banquet made with us. He came here, and then he picked out the color for it, right? So when it was delivered, he was furious, okay? And I was like, what's that to be furious about? It's a neutral color. So turns out, see if you can see a problem with this or not.
It's very warm. The fabric is very warm as opposed to the whatever lime wash stucco thing that he's got going on, which is very cool. It's like a cool gray up against a warm gray, and so it looks like cement with...
I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm going to show it to you here, okay? So it looks like that. That was a
Oh yeah, you can see it on camera.
Yeah, you can, right? You can see the difference, right, in the color of the banquets and the laminate behind it, right? So the designer was very upset with us. Said, hey, hi, I think you gave me the wrong fabric. I was like, no, absolutely not. So we took the sample that he saw and put it against the banquet. And I'm like, look, it's exactly the same. So, oh, you should have told me that,
You should have told me.
Yes. He said that I should have told him, and I didn't even know what colors he was going after.
Doesn't he work with all the samples? But this is why designers have samples put together side by side so you can compare all these colors, not individually choose one and go, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to show me the message?
I don't, I mean, like, it looks nothing like the sample. It looks nothing like the sample piece.
But then you brought the sample. Is this sample?
This is not the sample, but I mean, I'm just to show you that sample sizes can be deceiving, and also, it's not just the size that's deceiving, there are a lot of things that can really fuck you up and fuck your project up if you don't if you're not seasoned or experienced enough. In this case, it wasn't the size, it was color. And he was working in neutral, so in fact he had like white, and then he's got like what he presumed was a grayish sort of like a laminate finish.
Did he
And then it
bring
chose
those
like
samples in?
No, I didn't see that.
And so he just immediately chose this blindly with nothing else.
Assuming that it was going to
That's
be.
your own fault. Because what does assuming do?
It makes an ass out of you and me.
No.
Well, just you, okay? Like seriously, so I mean, this happened years ago, but this is stuck in my core memory because I still feel like this complaint was unwarranted. Like you, as a designer, you have to know that you have to know your color theory well, and you have to know that when you mix two different materials together, one can bring out the warmth or the coolness from each other.
The fact that he didn't come prepared with the others, at bare minimum, he should have walked away with the sample
Yes.
to compare it with his things if he didn't have it. Bare minimum. Just to triple check that they aren't competing.
And then if you didn't do it, you kind of have to reflect upon yourself, like, hey, yeah, there's something that I should have.
So how
taken
did
note
this end up getting resolved?
I'm in the right. I mean, like,
no, you totally are.
I didn't have to re-upholster it. I don't know what kind of trouble he got in with the client.
Apparently none, because most clients, if they really want to cause problems, would be like, reupholster it. Add to his cost.
Yeah. So either the laminate got changed or the client accepted. I don't know, but it will not have been on my account. I think I could have had more information to.
But
to
you
help.
shouldn't.
I'm also
as a vendor, as a workroom, don't need to ask the questions other than the structural things. Color choices, fabric choices, you can give your opinion about the wearability, but for you to give color choices, I don't think is anything.
I would like to not be do that. I mean, like if I'm working with you as a designer,
You should be designing.
Yeah.
You should be designing.
Yeah. And I hate this, I hate this. Oh, you should have told me. Like what? Should I tell you to drink water when you're thirsty?
What did he mean by that? You should have told me what?
Yeah, exactly. Like.
But you're too polite to actually say that, because I would have just been like, and tell you.
I had to apologize,
For what? For upholstering it in what he chose?
I just want to let you know that, this is correctly done. And then, the sample that he picked out was exactly the same as the one that we used on the banquet.
So why didn't he apologize?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Do you find yourself apologizing more than anything for things that
because I'm Singaporean. Yes.
But that doesn't make it right.
It doesn't, but I don't know whether it's just part of service.
Oh, I feel bad.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Do you always have to apologize? No, you just like.
No. Sometimes if there's something that I perceived it as one way and they perceived it as another way, then I'm like, absolutely, I'm sorry. But especially if it comes in the way that I perceived it to be, then I am even more strong about, actually, the reason why I did it this way is because of XYZ.
Yeah.
Like, there's always intention behind why you should be doing something as a designer.
Assuming there is intention in the first place. Because there are people who just work without intention. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm sure there are, yeah. I think if you work with intention, then you can defend your decisions.
You should always be able to defend your decisions.
Yeah.
And not just, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But even, when, in interior design, product design, a lot of things can go wrong. I think if it does go wrong and it was your fault, you do have to take a step back and take responsibility for it.
For sure. I mean, so going back to the fabric and the swatches and all that kind of stuff, like.
Don't let a sample catfish you.
Moral of the story, thank you so much. But that's real. Honestly, that's it. And just make sure that you're coming in prepared.
Yeah.
You're coming in with, and if you're starting with the sofa or you're starting with this piece, make sure you hang on to it and make sure you bring it to make all your other decisions. So the decisions that you make, you can see within one whatever.
Your mood board, basically your mood board.
physical mood board.
Yeah, yeah. I actually have another story to tell about velvet, because velvet is very tricky to work with. They got like, you turn it this way, you
Oh,
turn it
the
this
light
way,
side, the
turn it
dark
this way,
side,
you
the
turn it this way, you turn it this way. They all look different. So like even then though, that velvet gets us into trouble as well. But I'm sure a lot of other materials as well. Color theory will fuck you guys up. You have to know your colors well. And if you think that neutrals is safe, it's not safe at all. As with the example I just showed you.
Oh, so my friend in JB, the one that I have a furniture collaboration with, if you don't know I have a furniture collaboration, I do. It's called the Oahu Modular Sofa Set.
Very nice sofa, gorgeous.
So he told me that he had clients in Canada, and they ordered 2 sofas.
Right. Wow.
I think that they were sort of modernized Chesterfield sofas, and they wanted it in velvet.
Okay.
So again, what she was saying about velvet, this is what sparked me thinking of this, is velvet, because of the way the fabric is manufactured, there's a nap to it. So there's a direction to it.
It's like a little nap, yeah.
It's hair. It's basically like little hairs. And so you either brush it down or brush it to the side. So so this sofa, for example, this is railroaded, isn't it? You railroaded the fabric?
Yes. I mean, you can see the joint here.
I can't tell because it's too short. You may have not railroaded it.
Okay, but this velvet does not mark as easily as some of the other velvets.
Yeah, if you get a thicker, higher pile nap, so railroading means, as opposed to using the fabric off the bolt and putting it this way, railroading it, you turn it so that you can get a longer length.
Yep.
Which means that the light will hit it differently.
Yes.
Especially, so a lot of people will do it on the back or the back side.
Yep.
So they don't
you need to get a single piece lah.
So they don't have a seam,
Yeah.
because some people are offended by seams, even though that's what puts the world together, seams, which I find silly. Anyway, I digress. So, for ease of purpose, he has always railroaded it. That's just the way he's done it. And then he puts in the tufting, the buttons for Chesterfield. And so he did 2 sofas, 2 identical sofas. So, he railroaded the fabric, however he railroaded it from left to right, whatever it is. And then the client calls and says, they look different. And he's like, why do they look different? We took pictures side by side.
Yeah.
And they said, because the sofas are facing each other. Because they are facing each other,
so
one of them, the nap goes this way, the other one, the nap goes this way. So when you're looking at it, they look like 2 different shades.
Okay.
And he was like, how was I supposed to know?
Yeah.
Why would you? But if you bought it from anywhere, if you bought it from any manufacturer.
You bought it from anybody.
It would be the same situation.
Yes.
They were yelling and screaming. How could you not? He's like, you didn't give me a floor plan. Why would I know?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Also,
I just want to know who would you root for in this case? Would you root for the homeowner, or would you root for the furniture manufacturer?
Well, this is the designer again. The designer is the one who was like yelling and screaming and whatever. But so it makes it worse, because the designer, if they knew that was the situation, they should have specifically said, can you have the fabric running in the same direction?
But the designer doesn't know that velvet has that quality.
Correct. And that's why, in and of itself, a problem.
If you don't know fabric very well, that's not something that would pop up in your head as a red flag to like, hey, okay, we've got to highlight this.
It's something that, again, I encourage every new designer to just get out there and ask questions. Singaporeans don't ask questions when they are designers and they're young.
Oh, actually, it's not just designers, leh. I've seen salespeople not knowing what to say as well.
But I appreciate a level of effort that goes into it. Like, I find that most people that are working in luxury know shit about their product, except for some. So my boyfriend and I went into Prada, only because he wanted me to smell a fragrance. The girl we met in the clothing side, but once I guess they are attached to you, they take you wherever.
Yep.
And you knew that she was not familiar with the fragrances as much as she was with the clothing.
Yeah.
But she made the effort to say, hold on, because we're snobs, and we were like, what are the notes in this?
I know he's a snob. He's pretty snobbish.
No, it's only because we love fragrance. And so we were like, what are the notes in this? And she was like, hold on, let me see. We went into another place. We were just talking about this yesterday. We went into another place. I can't remember where, but we asked the guy, "Oh, what are the notes in this?" And he just gave us this look of, I don't know what those words are that are leaving your mouth.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like,
very
never.
young, very young, very young.
And it's that Gen Z stare. That like.
We need to talk about the Gen Z stare, because I've had to deal with that too. But yeah, you know. So you had a Gen Z stare, and then.
And we're just like, never mind. Just. Why am I having to educate you on a product that you're supposedly selling?
Yeah. Product training.
Ah.
Yeah. So I don't know. You really, as a designer, you've got to find a network of vendors who are very experienced, who will be able to help you out.
Help you,
And
mentor you.
Yes, and even like prompt you, they could be the ones prompting you like, hey, do you want to share the floor plan with me so that I could help you look out for things as well.
Use your vendors as resources and ask them questions.
Yeah.
I feel like so many designers want to show off like, I know, until there's a problem.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, how come you never tell me? It's like.
Yeah. I hate that, I hate that. I get this like, how can you never tell me? Like, oh, you never give me the information, Hello? Hello?
And if they say it that way too, it makes it all the worse.
Yes. Yeah. Please try to be kind. Be more polite, Ken. Huh? I'm an old person, Try to be more polite to me,
I think just niceness gets you so much farther. Where a lot of people's knee-jerk reaction is like they get aggressive and they get defensive, and it's just like, as opposed to, hey, this didn't come out quite the way I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
What happened with the breakdown of?
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, we digress so much today. But in any case, don't let samples catfish you.
Moral of the story.
Yes.
There we go.
Yep. So we'll have more tips next week, okay? We'll think of other tips to share with you next week, all right? See you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.